right.
it. Right.
So check this out. So
Cool.
the next one is, and we talked about this one too because I gave the cheesecake example. We aren't great at hints. Communication is king.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, like I said, women. No disrespect to anybody that's met, but this is just me.
Right.
Women are horrible storytellers.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna tell a story. It's all types of information you don't need. Like, so you'll get a story and you'll be like, "Ooh, guess what? I went to this birthday party, right? You remember my friend Diane, right?" And shout out to Patrice O'Neal because he used an example where he talked about a chick named Diane. Mm-hmm. But you remember Diane? Oh, yeah, the girl you work with. Yeah, she had a birthday party. Her mom was there and her dad was there, and they had cheesecake. And then a clown came and all the kids liked it, and somebody fell into the water, and the pool was this, and you listening, so you thinking like, okay, you heard a story about Diane and the party and the pool and the clown and somebody falling in, and so the next day you come in and she got a whole attitude, and you like, oh, what's up? You didn't give me no cheesecake. But that was one detail in a convoluted story that went nowhere, but the purpose of the story was for cheesecake. And instead of dropping a good ass hint like
layman's terms.
Yeah. You know what? I got a taste for some cheesecake.
Yeah.
What about you?
Right.
You know what? It'd be really good if we had cheesecake for dinner. But just these vague hints that go nowhere and you throw it out like while you're watching the game, while you're cutting the grass, helping the kid, you're coaching, you got to coach the team. Yeah. So you're on your way out and she's trying to tell you about a story about some cheesecake, which is really about the cheesecake, but she's talking about clowns and pools and everything else. And you miss that.
Yeah.
As opposed to just saying like, oh, you know what? Can you grab a cheesecake on your way back? Yeah. And we don't have to like. And I know you got 21 years. You got like 12
I can go
years
real
total.
quick on this one. Shout out to Shayla. She ain't like that. She's lame in terms just like me. Now there have been some instances where if I am watching a game or something, she might say something to me, and I'll be honest. Especially as I've gotten older and we've been together, a lot of times it just the words run together.
Word salad.
And I miss it, and I'll lie. Sorry, and say I got it, and then later on I'm like, uh-oh. Right. But for the most part, I hear what she says, and she is very layman's terms. So when she talks to me, and also when I talk to her, she likes for me to be direct, which I am pretty much anyways. But she's for the most part, she's pretty direct with me. If she wants something, she'll tell me, or vice. I mean, she's real clear.
Has it always been like that though?
She has always been like that for the most part.
See, that's different.
She has. So I have to, like I said, like I told you guys at the beginning, she for the most part, she's different in a good way. Like she don't shop, she don't. I mean, she's just not. And she has always, with her words, man, she's clear and she ain't really never given me no hard time for the most part about things that I see a lot of other folks, a lot of my homeboys or whatever go through. She ain't like that. So shout out Shayla on that one.
Yeah,
JB, what you got?
Mine a little different. You know what I'm saying? It's but this is a work in progress and how we kind of dealing with that. Like it's more of a lot of hints or insinuating or if you did this last week and I did this for you last week, and so maybe I'm looking for you to reciprocate some of that this week if you see the time, you know what I mean? But I'm more of a what you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? Right. What you want. Now certain things, you know what I'm saying, you gotta read the room, to kind of see like, okay, hey, let me, kind of do this or do that because I see how you looking, how you feeling. But for the most part, I'm just like, what you want me to do? How you want me to do it? Like, you good? Do I need to get the kids a bath? Or, you going to get pissed off if I don't? You know what I'm saying? I need to say that, or instead of being like...
Would she tell you, though?
No, but it's like you should already know this. Like, we've had plenty of this girl. You should already know this. You should just... I'm like, no, I don't. Because I maybe got other stuff in my mind. I've been working. I've been, you know what I mean?
So, how many would you say, what time, if you didn't go get up and do kickboxing, what time do you normally get up to go to work?
It's about 6:45. I start getting up and getting my stuff together.
So you gotta be there about 8?
Yeah, you don't work at home. I actually gotta go to the office. Tomorrow.
Okay, so you okay? So I'm saying,
but tomorrow, tomorrow I gotta go to the office. So
office would be what time?
7:30.
So that means you gotta get up at 6?
6:30.
6:30. Okay. So what time do you leave the office and come back home?
About 3:30.
3:30. Okay, so do you pick the kids up from school or she pick them up?
The bus. We got the gravy train. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you help with homework and stuff like that?
I don't.
You don't.
Usually I don't. Mostly homework is her. She usually helps with the homework and stuff like that. Cause usually when they do the homework, I'm pretty much just kind of getting off, and she usually gives me my time when I get, when I get home, whatever. Give me about 45 minutes, kind of chill, do my thing, or whatever like that. So, but she does the homework.
Okay, but as far as I know, with the athletics and stuff,
oh yeah, that's
all you.
That's all me. It's like
right.
literally,
so,
I take them to practice.
Because you had a game or practice today, right?
Had a game today, yeah.
Okay,
so a game today, tonight. Yeah.
So you work 8 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you constitute the driving time, that's a good 9 hours.
Yeah.
There and back.
Yep.
So military, 9 hours out of your day is just devoted to that.
Yeah.
Then you got probably like another 3 where you're devoted to getting them to the game or practice, being there, then getting back home. Yeah. So 12 hours out of your day, you got to have other stuff on your mind. So when you're not, I'm not thinking to assume or presume something
at all.
Because at some point your brain, like you said, when you watching the game, it's not that you're trying to ignore her, but
you just want that time to yourself.
Exactly.
I'm focused.
Exactly.
And shout out to the wife. Like I ain't gonna lie, I'm already deep in it, but it seemed like always be the crucial times of the game.
Oh man, every time be 4th and 1, here they come.
She give me a call, or she'll come up here and do something like that, and say, "Hey, Jamal, you did it." I'm just like,
and then they be like, "Am I bothering you?
Are you trying to rush me out? You trying to rush me out?"
Hey, you ain't lying on that, man. Every time. Every time.
But when they're watching the Home Shopping Network, or they're watching their stories, or they're watching the Meghan Markle, shout out Cuzzo, interview, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want, you bet not say nothing.
Right.
They'll pause it and tell you to stop.
Right. Yeah.
Silence.
They'll pause it and tell you to stop.
While they got the wine chalice goblet, you know what I'm saying, sitting up with their legs crossed with drinking their Moscato. Do not disturb.
See, and that's my thing with that. I don't know how y'all feel about this. I don't record games and watch them later.
No, because I know. I'm
gonna get their alert and stuff anyway. Because she's asked me more than a few occasions. Why don't you just DVR it, baby? Because I'm gonna know
who won,
what happened,
and if they lost, I damn sure ain't watching it.
You see what I'm saying? And so it's like I need to watch sports in real time.
Yeah,
but like stuff like Power, Raising Cane's, and stuff like that. We can watch that a week later, and we'd be good.
Right.
But with sports, if I'm watching, I gotta watch the Grizz game in real time.
Right.
Speaking of shows, shout out Your Honor coming back. You see that?
Yeah. Your Honor's a good show. You got to get on that too. That's the guy from Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad.
Yeah. I have no idea what season 2 gonna be about.
Netflix.
It's on
Showtime.
But you got it on Hulu.
Yeah,
I got Hulu.
Okay.
I got Hulu.
Real quick, when I'm thinking too, what you were saying earlier when you was talking about to me, I always go back to like washing dishes, and what I mean by that is you can't just wash the dishes. They want you to want to wash the dishes, and to me, that's complete garbage because I don't want to wash the dishes. Right? I mean, when I live by myself, I have very few plates. I might have paper plates or whatever. So I don't want to wash the dishes. But if you want me to wash them, or if you want me to do something, I'll do it. But then don't say, "Are you only doing it because I want you to?"
Yes.
Yes. And then sometimes that can be the wrong answer.
That's it, man.
And that can be tough.
Last time I was here, so yesterday was 21 days straight. Yesterday I had a 16-hour day. 16 hours, not including the time it takes me to get to work and then the time it takes me to get. So driving from my house to Mumford, depending on the traffic, that's a good 35 minutes.
Yeah, which we should get paid for, by the way.
Exactly right.
Man.
So
that's a good bit. Good
technically,
ways away.
if you include the driving time, I had a 17-hour day yesterday.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go in today. Because I worked 17 hours yesterday, she was like, just take the day off. And then again, I had 21 days straight. Right. So it's like, we're not trying to kill you. So today, because again, my body is used to getting up, depending on, like, some days I got to be there at 4:45 in the morning. Some days it's 7, but it just depends on if I got to go in early to help with the Amazon when it comes in the morning. So, like, I still didn't get to just, like, sleep in because my body just woke up.
Woke up automatically.
At 3:38 in the morning, like, I had to get up. I'm like, dang. So I went back to sleep. But then for me sleeping in, like, I woke up at, like, 9:38. Like, oh, you didn't sleep in for me. That's like slumming it. I'm being bummed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, but even with that, like he talked about, I had clothes to wash. I had dishes to do. I'm like, I done used up the last of my detergent. I know I may not have time when I get off, you know what I'm saying, tomorrow. I had to go get detergent. It's like, you know what? I need fabric softener as well. I need the stain remover from the clothes. I'm out of spray starch. You know what I'm saying? I like when if I'm ironing something, I like for it to have a certain crisp to it.
Right.
So it's like I'm thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so food, I can't just. Now, fortunately, I had stuff in my refrigerator. Shout out to my gumbo. But I ate the last of that.
Hey.
You know what
Shout
I'm
saying? Out. That gumbo.
You like that?
Bro.
Oh, don't worry.
Clearly, he liked it over there.
I got some more ingredients. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm finna make me another pot.
I don't know what
I got some stuff I done froze. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I was like, oh, I need to use that. So, I'm gonna make some more. But,
you did that.
But like to that point, you know what I'm saying? Like, we do all that stuff. So now when I come home, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for you to be dropping no hints.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause my mind is fried. I was literally so tired last night. Like, when I was texting, and it was all illegal. I was texting you while I was driving. But it was so late. It was like when I go home, I don't, I may not. That's why I didn't post till this morning.
Right.
Because I was texting you when I was driving. I didn't even realize I fell asleep last night.
Mm.
Like, I had my work clothes on still and everything. Like, I woke up, like, lights on in the house. Like, I thought somebody came in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even realize it. So, like, to that point, I'm not thinking about taking a hint. Just tell me. Think about this, like, with your kids.
At all.
Kids gonna tell you, I'm hungry. I want McDonald's.
Yes, all the time.
You know what I'm saying?
Macaroni and cheese. Daddy.
I want this
all
for Christmas.
The time. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
All the time.
So what about this, guys? When we tell women that we don't know how we feel about something, it's usually true, and we genuinely don't understand how we're supposed to feel.
Always true.
So, like, me, like when they ask us, like, how do you feel about that? Like,
that drives. I'll sit down for a second. This is true. A lot of times, if she asks for my opinion on something, I don't have an opinion. She don't like that. But if I don't, what am I supposed to do? Just form one? Then I'm afraid if I form it, what if it ain't what you want?
Right.
If I really don't have an opinion, I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Like, it could be anything. Where you want to go on vacation? Wherever you want to go, baby. That's the truth. What you want to do? We can go to Florida. We can go back and get
controversial statement. We don't know how we feel about stuff, just like they don't know what they want to eat. Yeah.
There you go. That was good.
What they want to eat.
Oh, he read my
that is look every time, bro. Like, it's always, hey, what you want to eat? Whatever you want, okay. But then we can kind of get in a disagreement. Then we always go where you want to go.
Or if
we always watch the movie you want to watch.
I like Firebird. Shayla like Firebird. She eat like one dish there, but like I let's go to Firebird. She like, okay, then we get there and I didn't really want to come here. Well, we could have went where you want to go. Like, now she know I'm kind of picky, but I mean we can go different places. But
right.
It's cool, whatever.
I lend over the hand. I'm like, what you want to do, where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? Oh, even stuff on TV, bro. It'd be like, you know what I'm saying?
What you want to watch?
You want to watch a movie? Okay, whatever you want to watch. You want to watch Halloween? Sure, if that's what you want to watch.
Shout out, that last Halloween movie was trash. I don't know if y'all watched it.
You think it was trash?
It was terrible.
I didn't see it. Rachel went to go see it.
It was terrible. I watched it on Peacock, but I didn't think it was good at all. Did you watch it, Roger?
You know what? Yeah. I concede to sometimes, and I pick good shows. I put, in good movies. But
this is true.
Like with the horror genre, that's really not my genre. So with that.
Well, it's a trilogy, by the way. He redid a trilogy that was supposed to follow the first Halloween. I like the first one he did in 2018.
2018, that was dope.
That one was dope. The last one was kind of gory.
The last one was
Halloween Kills.
And then this one was Halloween Ends.
Correct.
Yeah, so, I mean, but I concede to, like, so if I know Crown like horror movies, so like, okay, but I know Todd usually have different opinions than Crown, so let's see what Todd say. Okay, I know JB got different than both of y'all. So then from that, I'll say, okay, I'll give it a watch.
I just thought it was bad.
2 out of the 3 say it's good.
Right.
Yeah, I might give it a. But like I said, I'm really not a horror movie guy.
Me either.
Well, if you're going to have a horror movie, you need to have the guy in it. Right. And my man Mike Myers was in that joint for about 12 minutes. So it was kind of disappointing to me.
See, my horror movies are, like I said before, like that Dahmer. The documentary
yeah. I watched that too. That was good.
You know what I'm saying? Like that,
I like it to make you think.
Right. That's real life stuff. And so I can kind of get into that because it's like based on real life stuff.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it can happen.
Not that long ago either.
Exactly. So.
And the dude was great because I saw they put the tapes on. You see the tapes they put on Netflix after too?
I haven't finished watching it.
That dude did a great job.
Yeah.
The guy that played him, I mean.
The one that played is Quicksilver.
Yeah, his voice, the way he talks. Yeah. I mean, everything.
Evan Peters.
You talking about because they got the tapes thing on Netflix.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen the regular documentary.
Yeah, I saw you guys talking about that too. About Dahmer, about whether he would go to heaven or not. Right. In my opinion, if you believe what it says, then he went to heaven. Now, I mean, you can think what you want to think, but
that's to me, that's the epitome of grace.
I hear what's the guy's name? Bill Maher. He's a
Bill Maher.
Yeah, the political guy. Yeah, the comedian. He's he don't believe in God.
He did politically incorrect.
Yeah, he don't believe in God, but he always said, I've heard him say before. So I hope at the last minute, if I get sick, if I'm there, that I don't give in and pray to God. But my opinion is, if you do, you still going to heaven. Like I don't. If you so
that's. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I didn't know he didn't believe in God. I didn't know that.
Now, he went to prison and suppose. Now, I don't know if you believe what it shows on there, but supposedly he went in there and got baptized and,
Oh, you talking about Dahmer?
Dahmer, yeah, Dahmer.
Oh, you talking about Dahmer? Okay. Yeah.
So, I don't know.
To me, that's the epitome of grace, bro. I think I said that on the thing we talking about.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, hey. And again, like, I don't feel like he got away with nothing because he didn't leave out of here in a peaceful way either.
And he got messed up. Yeah, I'll give him this though. He was honest. He didn't blame his parents. He didn't blame no devils. He didn't blame. He said it was me. Why did I do it? I don't know, but I did.
He had a mental illness.
No mental illness. He was like, don't blame nobody. He said I wanted to do it. He said I don't know why.
He actually said he wanted the death penalty. Yeah. He said he wanted to
die.
To die, but Wisconsin
I'm not
didn't
a
have
victim.
that in the rule.
Right. He never said he was a victim.
I deserve to die for what I did, and I'm so sorry. Like it's messed up, but
it was messed. And they didn't even show. The show wasn't that bad. They didn't show a lot of terrible things.
It wasn't.
They blocked it out.
Now I said on the other, it looked like it was going to a place.
The first episode,
it looked like it was going to a place like he was about to, ring somebody's neck.
Go down.
You know what I mean?
But they never showed it.
It didn't.
And to me, that was better. That's kind of like the Hitchcock thing. Like, they never show her get killed in the shower or whatever, that type of stuff. So it makes you, like Blair Witch. Y'all remember that when we was younger?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
That was such a big deal because you just hear stuff. You didn't see it. Like, you hear somebody fall
That kind of makes it a little bit scarier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now this might apply to me a little bit more. Maybe
Sorry to get off subject. My bad.
No, you good. I really like to hang out with my friends because I love them, not because I don't want to spend time with you.
I'm easy on this one too. Shout out to Shayla. When I do hang out, she don't care.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, and I don't know though. Like when we talk, you're always at the house anyway, though.
Oh, I'm at the house, but like
that's what I'm saying. So like that's why I said it might apply to me a little bit more.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like when I'm doing this, and again, last year, I wasn't here because I was trying to escape. Like we were legit working. I told you last week, if I'm not here or in the studio, I'm at work.
Yeah.
To me, nothing else. So now my mindset though is I go to work as a necessity to pay bills. But I'm trying to totally, within the next 5 years, like this is all I want to be doing. So for me, this ain't a hobby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I was legit today between washing clothes. I'm inboxing different stuff on Instagram like, hey, I noticed your products. We would like to promote you. We're not seeking financial compensation. We just want to further your brand and further our brand, so we can talk. Inbox me.
Right.
Check our podcast out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if they say no, we want to compensate, bet we would let us promote your products.
Don't hurt to ask.
You know what I'm saying? I drink yak all the time. I drink Dos Equis. I will promote you. But
Shay.
You know what I'm saying? So when I'm doing this is because I see this as a way to get to where, like right now, dude, I be working 6 days a week. You know what I'm saying? Even on a short day for me is 9 hours a day. If I go in and work, from the time I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning on a regular day to the time I make it home on a short day, which would be like 3 o'clock, that's still, I didn't put in over 9 hours. Mm-hmm. From getting up, going to work, coming back, that's at least 9 hours. Mm-hmm. On a short day. On a regular day, I'm probably not getting home till like almost 5. So you still looking at 11 hours. If I had a day like I had the last couple of days, I'm talking 16, 15, 14, 12. So I'm working like I'm working now because when I get to that place, I don't intend to be working no more than 4. Mm-hmm. Now, them 4 might be 15-hour days, but them other 3, I'm loafing.
Right.
Loafing.
You never said a word.
You know what I'm saying? So, but when I'm doing this, it's not because I don't want to be with you.
Right.
But I don't like working 6 days out the week. So I'm doing this because if I feel like I can get out of working 6 days a week, I gotta put time in this. So I need you to understand I'm doing this so I can get to the next level. When I'm kicking it with my friends, and you met a lot of them when you came out to Stokey's that time.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, time, come over to his house when he barbecue. Like, man, I'm kicking it with Todd because I love Todd.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When he hit me up, hey, man, I want you to come. We renewing our vat. Man, bet, I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
Love this man.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate
you know
that.
what I'm saying? Like, but then, like, when we be rapping, man, that's like, man, forget therapy. Why pay somebody that's going to ask me how I'm feeling every time and talking to me about my stuffed animal that got his head ripped off and how that psychologically damaged me, and because the head cutting off represents my detachment from no. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like, when I can talk to y'all, and man, when I leave here, man, I feel like, man, 100 pounds been lifted off of me.
We all need fellowship, not just women, men too.
Exactly.
No doubt.
With each other.
Right.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, for me, I don't go out as much or anything at all. Like, when I went to Arizona this past couple weeks ago, like, that was the time I got to spend with the fellas, and we trying to plan the trip next year with B and McDay trying to go somewhere. But usually, like, for me, I'm not the guy to be hanging out in the bars and stuff a lot and going stuff like that.
He doesn't.
You know what I mean?
He does not.
We right here. I ain't never been that guy either.
Right. This is one of my oldest friends, and the first time that we have hit somewhere where they were serving drinks and cigars was this year. So it took me like 20 years to get this nigga to be at a bar.
Hey.
Now I will say, like, we went to TSU homecoming at time, and I was performing. You did.
I had my days, what I'm saying? So
you drank when we went out. When we was playing in season 2.
Yeah.
When we was at
did.
Firebird. We went to Firebird.
Oh man.
So
that's my spot.
Yeah, man. Like, and again, like I said, I think that one applied to me a little bit more.
No doubt. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll say this too, going in, I mean, like in your situation, whoever you would come upon in the beginning, they got to be respectful of your time and what you want to do. And especially in the beginning, they might not want to hear this. They got to work their way in. It ain't just going to be about you. Doubt. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
I mean, and I hate, man, when I see these lists. Women sometimes I can't stand that. He got to do that.
The list.
I'm talking about the requirements that they have for folks. Sometimes I can't stand that, man. Yeah. But don't let us say something like, "Well, I need you to have a fat ass" or something. What?
Take me as I am.
Yeah. But
it'd be different with that though.
Yeah, you rather have. Sometimes I'm seriously. I say that you hear a lot of people say that. Sometimes, again, cliche. Sometimes I feel like you rather have a dude that's successful or whatever that'll treat you terrible. Dude with a bus pass treat you like a queen, but he ain't got a car, so I can't talk to him.
Didn't Corey Hardrick used to have a bus pass, and now he's getting divorced from because that's where she found him at, sitting at the bus stop. But I digress.
Yeah.
So controversial one. Now y'all may not want to speak on this.
I'll speak on it. What
so sometimes men just don't get hard. It's not you. It's many things, from lifestyle and diet to stress and anxiety.
That is true.
Please try not to take it as a sign of a lack of attraction or affection. Sometimes it just happens.
Yeah, I can, look, I can't speak to anybody else. It's like you almost 10 years in marriage and about 12 plus years of being, with each other together and stuff, man. Like, at this point, I'm kind of lazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it was Kevin Hart.
I think Crown don't ever really. He the only one who don't go through this.
You know what I'm saying? So, you didn't hear what he said.
Yeah, no, he didn't hear. Like, sometimes men don't get hard. Yeah, see, you see what I'm saying? He said that he like. I always. He said he be working at the church, standing behind the partition. He can't move.
How old are you, Vic? 33. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he's 33, full of vigor. He in the Scottie Pippen year.
You know what I'm saying?
Full of vigor.
How are you, JB?
40.
40.
40.
41.
All right, I'm 42. So
yeah, so we all.
I mean, because like I said, I guess because I'm not out in the streets, but I'm looking out the window.
Mm-hmm.
Like that only happens to me like after round 1. So like after round 1, and I tell any woman, I'm not a big head guy.
You cannot be serious.
Not that I don't like it now. Right. Not that I don't like it. I advocate it. I endorse it. I was a part of a group in high school named Oracle. Exactly. Mm-hmm. The name Oracle was, and shout out to my guy D Payne. But Oracle stood for originally receiving the capping like every day, and that's when cap meant head. Like now it means lying. Right? Yeah, but originally
I kind of messed that up a few times.
Capping like every day. That's what Oracle stood for. I was a part. We had us like a little fraternity. You know what I'm saying, in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
That's what. So I'm all for head, but like for me, I actually like sex better than I like head. So if I got a choice, I want the sex, cause like with the sex, I'm like the compliment. You know what I'm saying? I can prove like you did that. Like with heads, you just there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if it's really good, it's over really fast. You know what I'm saying?
Speak for yourself.
And
I'm just kidding.
my man. So I'm just saying, like, but like. And a lot of women, I've only dealt with one. Shut up, Crown. I've only dealt with one because he knows what I'm about. But like when I say she was a soldier, no chill,
no limit,
man. I'm talking about like, man. It's like, oh, I'm done, and she's still. I'm like a dead fish flopping around in there, but she about that life. She's not giving up. She's not quitting. I'm back up again, and then it's over with again. I'm like, okay, I know I can't get back, and she's still.
Right.
Getting it in. Most women ain't built like that.
Yeah.
Like this, like she had a mutant power. Like her face
dedicated.
was not tired. She did. She could have been one of the X-Men. I don't know how good she would have been fighting the Sentinel or nothing, but she had a mutant power. Most women ain't about that life.
Now when you say hard, like you talking
like when it's time to be intimate.
Right. Now
so sexually intimate.
You talking about no starter kit.
Right. No blue boys. You know what I'm saying?
No starter kit.
No compound V. Like shout out to the boys. No compound V.
Right.
No blue boys. No what's the stuff the honey that you get in the gas station, especially like the one with like shout out to my people from Pakistan and the Arabic people who have the good honey sitting up there. You ain't got no honey. No ginseng.
Right.
You just regular, you been at work, you shower. And she catch you off guard. You ain't got no Red Bull.
Right.
Don't be on that Kevin Samuels.
Right.
No Red Bull.
Yeah.
You just regular. And she ready. She hits you with the move. And you know women got 3 of them when they in the bed. You can attest to this. We talked about this.
Yeah.
The first one is you sleeping and she bag it up on you. She put that arch on her back and she bag it up, Crown grinning because he know. When she arch her back and put it on you, that's one. The other one is like you be laying up, you might be sleeping on your back or something, and she'll turn and just like sling her arm over you like that was random. Knowing full well that wasn't random. That's like, you know, you still up? Like, what's up? The other one is they'll like open their leg up on you. And it was funny because I guess he was stretching. He just kicked his leg out like to do it outside. But they'll open their leg up on you. They'll either throw it around you or they'll kind of open it up. Mm-hmm. It's like, now, who sleeps like a starfish? You just open that joker up and you're not on guard. But to the point, it's not
Well, I'm always ready.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I concur, sir.
Yeah, I'm always ready. Like, if she come to me like, hey, what you trying to do? Hey, I'll make time. Like you said, well, I'm the king of quickies now. With the kid, I got 4 kids, 7 and under.
Which is why our quick hitters that we use, we call them quickies when we do them at the end of a rundown.
Yes, exactly.
So you're the king of the quickie.
Rick Rude, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just like I said, we have kids knocking down the door. One kid has actually tore the knob off the door.
Have you been caught?
Huh?
Have you been caught? Has a kid seen it? One of your kids?
Not actually in the act.
One of mine
afterwards.
Has.
But yeah, directly after.
One of mine has.
You know what I'm saying?
Horrible.
Yeah, in the act. Yeah, that'd be different. I don't know how I would explain
Lord.
that. But
Vic, you ever been caught? He said Z ain't coming in there tonight. Z be out.
Yeah, my kids ruthless. We gotta lock the doors. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's just too many. Like when you got 4, it don't matter where you are in the house. Maybe 2 down here, 2 up here. So you can't even get away from anything in the house. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got one of them. My house is fairly big, but it's not as big like a Michael Jordan house or something like that to where you can be on the other wing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They got access.
Right. They can do what they do. So
I don't know now. You got a nice size house. Like if they was up here playing and y'all was down there.
Hold on, Roche. You don't know nothing about this. They got a sensor, son. I'm telling you, they know. Man. Your kids know?
They know.
They won't even be around us. As soon as I touch Shayla, here they come.
Yeah.
I need something to eat. What y'all doing?
Let me get some cereal.
Yeah.
Can I get some apple juice?
Can I get some Google points? It's
Hey, it'd be different, but like you said, I'm always ready.
Or they'll be sleep. And then they wake up.
Have never had cause like again, like this hasn't been a thing for me, like I said.
Yeah.
And again, when I was talking about the head thing, like, so after round 1, if I'm not back up, and I would tell any woman, like I saw a woman, she did a thing on TikTok or whatever, where she had to like run in place for like a minute.
To do what?
Just like an exercise thing.
Before?
No. It was like an exercise thing. She was running in place.
Okay.
And so she was running in place, and she was like, "Shit, this minute long as hell. We be too hard on men out here." So like, and I said that because it's like, so now if I'm going anywhere constant, just like work,
right,
and I'm in it for anything longer than like 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, I didn't put in work.
Tired.
You know what I'm saying? And then you doze off. You take a nap afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm good. I can take a nap too. And like 10 minutes into my nap, you like rubbing on my chest like, so now you done slept for like 20, 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like I done only got 10. I'm not ready to get back up. It's not you. I need you to help me get back in the game. You help me get back in the game. When I get on autopilot, it's good. But
how much you want to go again?
You see what I'm saying? Exactly. But like I said, that for me, it's not like when I was 22.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't take much. Somebody rub you on the back of your neck. Oh, I'm ready again. But the quality wasn't as good.
I don't know.
It never has
been.
The
quantity was better, but the quality
the first
wasn't
one
good.
always
Now, the quality is amazing.
Right.
But you may, depending on what time you hit me in the day, you might get, if I'm off and I ain't got to work, you catch me in the morning, you catch me in the middle of the day, you catch me at night, you might get 3.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? Like, depending on what time, you might get 2.
That's another thing you learn, too. I'm not morning.
Right.
Shayla like morning, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I can always go in the morning.
I mean, I can, but I prefer the evening.
Depending on what time, if you wait till I'm like, dead ass about to fall asleep, like.
In college, I used to say I attended Morningwood Academy.
Mm-hmm.
That was my thing.
I guess.
What school you go to? Morningwood Academy,
right?
And then you got to go and explain it, and then you know what I mean. So,
and I graduated from Morningwood Academy. I graduated magna cum laude.
So, hey, look, I'm.
And as long as my girl magna cum laude, loudly.
See, and I think Rag, you like in the you kind of you correct me if I'm wrong. You still like in the prove it me stage. Prove like you trying to prove a point.
No, it's not that.
Every time you get up in something.
At work, they call me Mr. 100.
And they repeat the question for me when you get done. Say what you're gonna say. The question you just asked.
What's that?
The beginning before all this happened about.
Sometimes men just don't get hard.
See, I ain't never had that problem, really, to be honest with you. I ain't trying to brag or nothing.
Right.
Shayla always do it for me, so.
Yeah. No, I mean.
Now, there have been times where I didn't want to. That don't mean I don't get hard. Now, that's a different discussion.
Right.
Like, because, I mean, look.
But see, now, if you don't want to, though, sometimes, and I think that's.
And they can tell.
To the point, if they want to.
Right.
And I think that's to the point that it was saying. But, like, so, what I tell them at work, and the way it came out is one of my homeboys I work with was like, see, your problem is, Rag, the reason they be going crazy, man, you be giving women 100% of yourself. He's like, man, you supposed to. You give them like 70% that make them want to spend the block back. And then as they get to know you, then, you constantly give them more and more. But that first time they spend the night, you're not supposed to give them all because then that drives them crazy. He said, see, you dangerous. You probably be giving them. No, initially he said I'd be giving them probably like about 85%. I said, no, I got to give them 97%. I said, the only person that get 100% is Miss Ragland. So whoever she is, she going to get 100.
She get the extra 3.
Yeah, she going to get the extra 3. But everybody else, you're going to get 97. It's like, man, what? Now, see, that's why they be going crazy. I said, no, my name is my name.
Yeah.
Like Marlo said on The Wire, my name is my name. I got a reputation to maintain. Women talk too.
I'll say this too, though, on your thing too. I'm sure you too. You can tell when your wife. I can tell when Shayla ready. You know what I mean? Like if it ain't no subtle. I mean, I know a lot of times I can tell just during the day we be on the phone and stuff. I be like,
right.
And then she get home later and
that goes.
That's part of being together.
Like when we talking about the hints thing too, though.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't.
The foreplay, like obviously, just don't start when you're in the room together. Just like you can be at work, you know what I'm saying. You can slip that pickle text, you know what I'm saying. Or you do anything, you play around doing stuff like that.
You might send the eggplant emoji.
Eggplant, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I've been the eggplant. My bad, I said pickle. But hey,
we know what you meant.
You know the deal. You know what I'm saying? You know the deal.
I mean, but so it's like, you know, my thing is like, again, and you know, I used to stay out in Millington.
Yeah.
So if my thought process was, if I gotta get up, you hit me up at 10:30. I'm in the bed. I'm jogging pants. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might have took a shower like earlier in the day. You know what I'm saying? But I at least, if you text me, I at least, worst case scenario, got to take a whole bath in the sink. You know what I'm saying? So like, now I got to drive all the way out to Westwood. It's like 45 minutes. I'm not driving 45 minutes for 2 pumps and a swivel. If I'm driving 45 minutes, you finna get your money's worth. If you come all the way out from like Whitehaven, you know what I'm saying, to Millington, and it's gonna take at least 30-something minutes, and again, that's when I was staying out of Millington. I'm like, I'm not gonna have you come out here. And I'm not gonna lie, it was cold-hearted. I apologize. I've apologized to this woman before. I'm not gonna say her name on here. But when I used to stay out of Millington, like, I had to tell her she couldn't spend the night because, like, she was an extremely light sleeper. So if I moved or if I snored a little bit, like, she'd wake up and I couldn't go to sleep good when she was there because she was constantly. So I was just like, it got to a point like, hey, you can't spend the night. And if I let you come over and be in there,
you know you gotta leave.
You know, like with her, but generally,
okay.
I'm like, you can spend the night.
Yeah.
Now you got to go in the morning, but you can spend the night. But like with her, it was like, no, you can't even spend the night. And she stayed like 15 minutes. But still, you finna get your money's worth in that 15 minutes away because you came out here. I'm not bringing you out here for 2 pumps and a swivel.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? Because you might want it today, I might want it tomorrow. I need you to come back. You see what I'm saying? So like now when I need it, when I want it, when I'm sauced up, when I'm lit, I done had a good day, I'm ready to get it in, then I gotta do it. It's not proving it like I got something to prove, but it's just my name is my name. You might say I think I know everything. He think he always right. He's cocky, whatever, but you'll never say you wasted your time. Yeah. And that's what it is with me. You can say a lot of things, but you ain't gonna say I wasted my time.
For sure.
All right. So men have emotions, and there are points when we need to cry. So now I'm not a crier, but again, it goes back to the nonchalant thing. Like it's stuff that we generally don't say make us feel a type of way. Like I don't know, do y'all say that?
What you mean?
Like you made me feel some type of way.
No, I don't say that.
Nah. That's not my.
I don't think I've ever said that.
But I get it. But nah, I don't. Yeah.
But and you know what? I remember your pop saying this once. He was at church, and I can't remember what it was, but he was. I can't remember if it was a men's fellowship. But he talked. He said like he fought with the fact that like I'm a man, but I'm one when I'm happy, when I'm sad, when I'm feeling like when I can't express myself. He said I'm a crier.
Yeah.
And that, like, knowing how strong your dad was, like I said, your dad had a handshake break. Right. Like, his dad handshake would, like, shake you better come with it. You better not come with no.
Yeah, that was his
You better not come. You better come. You know, you better tighten that forearm up. You know what I'm saying? Cause,
yeah.
And then his hands was, like, massive, too. You know what I'm saying? And like, but to hear this strong man, and if you heard his dad's voice, he had like a
James Earl Jones.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie. If he would have done Mufasa's voice, if you would have heard his dad talk, I ain't gonna lie. He could have gave Morgan Freeman and James Earl Jones a run for that money.
Literally.
Because I mean, he had a baritone. You know,
cool.
it was almost like, think like if you combine like maybe James Earl Jones and Barry White. So it was as deep, because, you know, Barry White had a deeper voice, but like James Earl Jones is more smooth. If you combine both of them, was his pops.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like his dad could have done the voiceovers for like an R&B album.
I know.
Yeah. But like, but was a strong dude though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Loved his family. But to hear him say,
that he cried.
And so that was freedom, because sometimes I don't be wanting to cry, but I feel it inside.
But we all have feelings, man.
Yeah.
So
right. And that was, I mean, honestly, my wife, she criticized me a lot as far as not, I think, well, it wasn't the first time she saw me cry when my pops passed a couple years ago. but you know, I couldn't hold it in. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, you did good when you know what I'm saying. When I should now, you did hug me real tight, but like when I was at the you know what I'm saying, at the funeral, like you held it in when we was talking.
It was just it's just a surreal moment, man. Like I couldn't just imagine just that because. For me, I can't speak for y'all, but I try to be, you're the man of the house, so you try to the man, obviously meaning security, you want to make sure your family is secure, you don't want to show any weakness because you got
Always
kids, you know what I'm saying? So
crying is a weakness,
right?
That's how people view it,
and it can be. So I don't do it often or nothing like that, but I let the wifey know that I got feelings too.
Yeah.
Truth be told, if I do cry, I like to go ride around. You know what I'm saying? I go riding around, especially after pops. I did a lot of riding around, just crying, be in the shower crying. You know what I'm saying? Just in my own little space.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, we don't like to cry in front of nobody.
Right. And so I didn't,
Because don't we look foolish when we get emotional? Don't we slap people at awards?
Well, that's probably like a perception. We don't look any different than women, but I mean, yes, that is the way.
I'm just saying, but don't we slap people at award ceremonies when we get emotional? Don't we go on rants?
Yeah,
on different talk shows and podcasts and lose our sponsorships and deals with all of these organizations. When we get emotional.
Yeah, absolutely. Men are looked down upon if they cry. Absolutely.
And we get emotional, and when we get emotional, we get stupid. So a lot of times, I think we don't show it.
Yeah.
Because when we show it, we get in a public forum and then we look like a jackass.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you're viewed as weak even if you do it behind closed doors. If you do it in the open, it's even worse.
Like when we cry on the internet about our daughter and we want our family back and everything like that, even though we're in a movie franchise where they steal cars and
Tyrese Gibson.
Wait, what did he say? Well, I forgot his line. What did he say?
He was mad at The Rock.
No, not when he's mad.
No, I know what you're talking
about his daughter.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, but like now again, any father, everybody in this room is a father. Mm-hmm. If you felt like you was finna lose your child.
Well, I can speak on that.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, but you're watching that and you like, on the one hand, it's like, I feel him, but then on the other hand, you like, man, this clan, like, man, stop crying. You know what I'm saying? Like, go in the back room and do that. Like, you making us look bad for him.
Well, Shayla might not even know this, but we lost, for those of you that don't know, we lost our first daughter. Her name was Veronica. This was in 2006.
Miscarriage, or was it?
No, it wasn't a miscarriage. She was just Shayla started having pain, so she was born a little bit early, right at the 6-month mark. She didn't develop any lungs, so she lived for about an hour. She could breathe, but she just didn't make it. And it was so surreal when we were going through it because we go to the hospital and they're telling you like, your child's gonna die, and you're just like, okay. Well, I just want to make sure Shayla's okay. Let's get the baby out, all that. And I'm thinking, I'm not even thinking the baby's going to die. I mean, I'm hearing it, but then it happens. And then Shayla was so... When she found out she was pregnant, that was our first child, she was upset a little bit because she didn't want to be pregnant. I mean, obviously we weren't taking precautions, but she didn't want to be pregnant and we was pregnant. I think it bothered her because not that she felt any type of blame. I mean, I know she didn't feel that way, but she was just... I mean, we were both hurt, but I mean, I didn't want to show her in front of her that I was hurt. And I'll never forget, my guy Byron came over and he just showed up at the door. He was the first person that came over that was a male that I had seen. And I just broke down right in front of him. And I didn't even know why. Like, we just, dapped up or whatever. And, he grabbed my head and, like, I went into it like a baby.
Right.
And we've talked about it a few times since. And it just happened.
Right.
Because for literally like a day and a half, 2 days, I didn't show any emotion because Shayla was upset. I was just trying to be there for her. I didn't want to get upset in front of her. And when he showed up, it came. And then even in that moment, I felt like, man, I'm being weak. You know what I mean? Like, I felt that, but it did feel good to get it out, right? I mean, so
you gotta cry. Bro.
You gotta cry. I mean, that was devastating, and I think holding it in, and then I didn't want to show Shayla that because we'd only been together. We weren't even married yet.
Right.
I mean, we got married right shortly after that. So I just felt I had to be strong for her. And in thinking I had to be strong for her, I felt like I couldn't show her that I was upset.
And like, now I know you had some times where we talked and you was at the point of that.
Right.
But when I came over here, like, you know what I'm saying? And like, you knew it was serious because I had got off work and like I showed up with refreshment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We sitting there outside, the kids throwing Nerf balls at my head.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? But like I was at that point and we're sitting out there and I remember like, EJ running, you okay?
Right.
What are y'all talking about? So now I'm trying to keep it together because
nosy,
it's like,
man.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want the kids to see because kids are like when they see adult, like they don't even know what's going on, but they'll start because you're starting.
They don't know. That's right.
I'm pouring my heart out to him.
They will always remember it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like if they saw you outside crying,
man, you be with your homeboy. Like, Daddy, you remember last April when you cried?
Right. The kids, they remember.
They remember that. Just like we was talking about on a funny note. Earlier, my mother-in-law came over, and my little girl started bringing it up when she walked in on me and Shayla. I was like, oh my God, she ain't brought it to nobody, but here comes Shayla mama. She trying to bring it up. Yep. Daddy, you remember when I came in the room and Mama's booty was in the air?
Not to Miss Linda.
Oh, it was Miss Linda.
Not to Miss Linda.
And she was just like, I think Kristen was there too.
Wow.
Hey,
shout out to Miss Linda.
That was my fault for not locking the door.
If y'all watch this.
Hey, that goes back to kids. They would never come in. The one time I didn't lock the door, here she come. Boom, with that little tablet in there wanting something. She just came in and I forgot what she said. She was like, what did she do? She came in and look, she goes, this is my smallest one. She's got like a little personality to her. Not that they all know, but she was like, creepy, and just turned around and walked out.
Oh, damn.
So.
Yep. All right, last one, guys.
What we got?
And so, like, we going to have to, like, we might have to either bring Todd back or we going to have to continue this because it's some more in here.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, we only on number 9.
I have a question.
We're only on number 9.
Can y'all pause it for me? I got to go to the bathroom. If you can't, I'll just go and come back. I don't care.
We good. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, cool. I ain't trying to interrupt.
I hadn't been.
Yeah.
Bro, Shay, put something on when I first got here.
We're good. Okay.
We good.
Man, look, you a grown man. All right, so the last one is it's okay to make the first move. Guys can be shy too. Come talk to me instead of staring at me. So now, it's okay to make the first move. So so like I guess in the sense of because y'all are in a continual being married, but like, and I've had this conversation with people I'm dating, but like, sometimes like we might kick it. I don't even, I had to tell them like it's not all about sex with me. So like we can go out, you come over like, hey, I literally had women come, we kick it, sleep in my bed, don't do nothing. It ain't about like unless it's about that, it's not about that.
Yeah.
So. But they like we talked on the phone a couple of days later. I was like, oh, I really needed a stress reliever. You know what I'm saying? Or I really was hoping that you take care of that or whatever. I had an itch I needed you to scratch.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, why? You know what I'm saying? We got in the bed or whatever. You just turned over and went to sleep. You didn't kiss me or nothing. Like if you start rubbing on me, you start kissing me, you start, you bend it over on me or something.
Right.
I'm gonna know. Okay. This what you want. And I don't know, Crown, you might have experienced this or whatever, but you kind of knew still. So like, you probably just he like the walls of Jericho. He just marching around tearing stuff down. Look at it, he like, yeah. But like, so have you
go.
Because I know sometimes again, like work day, mental, I know with the pandemic was a lot with work.
Right.
So are you more the initiator of when y'all do stuff? Would you say?
Yeah, I am for the majority. Yeah,
always.
No, not always. But I'm where she's more a little more reserved and kind of shy in that nature. You know what I'm saying? So I can maybe be more barbaric. You know what I'm saying? So, but I would say. If 51% is majority with me, I would go in that lane. But she also does, you know what I'm saying, present it, you know what I'm saying, as well. But when you talking about that, like who wants it more?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen relationships where the woman has the higher sex drive than the man. I don't think that's the general sense. But usually,
So would you say you have the higher drive?
For sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this because like I've known. So like in some cases I'll say sis or whatever. But like because me and your sister-in-law, we all ran in the same circle. So like your wife was like the little sis around or whatever. Ain't no passivity. You know what I'm saying? That like that's Rose's daughter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so like that's a pseudo passivity because she might not have known she was being disrespectful, but just like how Todd talked about his daughter creepy, like she was like that, which y'all finna go do, like she was that.
Right.
I think sometimes it can be like when you're in awe of somebody, and I don't mean it like in a worship type of way, but like, wow, like I'm really. So it may be more or less like, you still that guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I may not compliment you like you that guy.
Right.
I may not tell you that guy, but like, bet that same dude you was when she was at, you know what I'm saying, MTSU.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you was like, and she's like, y'all ain't talking about nothing. I'm winning. Like, you're still that.
Yeah.
But she's still dealing with the growing and, having children and, all of that.
That process. Yeah.
But, I was saying I had to tell, different people I dated, like, look, sex is not everything, but it is a thing.
Right.
Trust me, no matter how much you like it, I like it more. But like again, last night, if I work 16 hours, when I come home, I'm not trying to tear you apart.
I know.
But now, if you put me in the game, coach,
right,
I know what to do.
Right.
I may do the male equivalent of the dead frog.
Or like you said, if she put the starter kit.
Yeah. And so you know what the dead frog is. Dead frog is like, you be with a woman like, and sometimes I don't know what movies they watch, but they just, you know what I'm saying, dead frog you.
Right.
And they don't know how to do nothing else, But like I do the male equivalent of the dead frog where we just, we lay back and let them do all the work. But if you get me in the game, I'm in there.
Right.
But now, 14, 15, 16 hours, when I come home, I might not do nothing. But it ain't you. And it's not that I don't want to do it. But like, if that's what you want, I'm going to perform. Just like, being a dad, if your kid did some BS at school, you might be tired or whatever. You may be, but you finna handle that.
Right.
It don't matter that you watching the game. Don't matter that you tired. Don't matter that I'm ready to fall asleep. My daughter's, I'm finna take care of that. So to the same token, if you like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, you graduated from Morningwood Academy. I need that good commencement speech. You ready to get up and get a king speech?
Oh, I'll turn down now.
You know what I'm saying?
It's been far from in between that I done turned down.
Like they tell us, close.
That's what I was talking about earlier.
Right?
I don't know exactly what you asked, but I agree with you. Very few times.
I don't turn down. If I do, I'd be like, come on.
So the question, so the thought is that like it's okay for them to make the first move.
Oh, of course.
Now it said that men are shy too. For me, I'm not shy. But it's okay. Like you've been married long enough to know like every single day. Now you ain't never turning down nothing, but like you're not initiating nothing every day.
Oh no.
So if I just gave you some on Monday and I put it down, and you got 2 rounds on Monday, you might be good on Tuesday, but she might be ready. But so now for you like, okay, I done watched the game, I done ate good, I'm finna go to bed. You gonna need to go on and bag it up on me or turn over and throw the arm or throw the leg on me because you finna go to sleep. But now if you do what you need to do, you in the game.
Right.
But if not, I'm finna go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
It's okay for them to, just like we initiate, it's okay. We don't feel no type of way. And you don't have to be vulgar or whatever. Rub me on my chest. Kiss me on my neck. Grab, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what that's the type of hint we need.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, we being real, right? We being real, right?
Yeah. All
right, so I just say this. Look, it's been plenty of time. Obviously, I'm sure you married. Sometimes you want it. They don't, but they go ahead and whatever.
Yeah.
It's happened the other way sometimes. I've had Shayla even tell me, I ain't trying to embarrass you, baby. She'd be like, I don't need you to do nothing but just lay there. All right, then.
Wonderful.
Whatever.
Look at that crowd.
You got reacting and crying on that one. Look at.
I wish y'all should have called Crab because Crab was like, I'm waiting on them days. I need the days when I ain't got to do nothing but later.
Yeah, so, hey, that's cool. I mean, so, for me, I'm cool with her initiating, so.
And again, look, if I'm just laying there, I'm going to lay there for about a good 7 minutes. But at some point, when I feel that second wind coming when it's like, oh, you done woke me up. Because I said this in one of the...
It's hard for me to sit there.
I'm going to let you hear the song when it comes out. But I had a line in the song where I said, a giant is still a giant when a giant sleep. And now the giant woke, so you finna see how a giant eat. Like, So I'm still, whether I'm asleep or not, I'm still Goliath. Like, I'm still Goliath out here. But when you wake me up, you finna see what Goliath bring when you wake me up. So you might have, like, oh, he sleep. Okay, it's cool. But just know.
She know I ain't gonna lay there.
When exactly. So, I might initially.
It's only a certain amount of time.
I might initially.
You can do that.
But when you get there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You in there.
Oh, yeah.
Right. When you're in, you're in.
Yeah.
But y'all, appreciate my guy Todd. So next time, continue with that executive mindset.
And most definitely keep it presidential.
Salute.
Arrivederci. The owl.
Damn. I knew it was coming. I got the feeling that I already know.